What's up guys, Dirk here. Happy Monday. This is just going to be a quick video update on the weekly candles that I've just closed. I already made a video on Saturday, so if you haven't seen that one, go and watch that one first. I will link to it up here or in the description down below. And basically I just want to update you on where I think we could be heading this week. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Please consider subscribing down below. Click the notification bell if you do want future updates. Get on my email list. That is the first link in the description down below. That way I can send you an email every time I upload a video or when there's something important happening in the crypto space. And of course, if you enjoy this content, I'd really appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up, share it on social media, and even just leave a comment with your thoughts down below. Okay, so Bitcoin is at 18,765 as I'm making this video right now. The weekly candle, it was another red weekly close towards the very bottom of the range of the lows of the entire bear market. Right, we're closing right here at the bottom. And if you know technical analysis, one of the rules that basically happens is the more that price sits on a support level, the more times it tests it, the more likely it is to break to the downside, because it's simply just exhausting the buyers who are providing support here, and eventually that the most likely result is that it tends to break down. So we closed once again below the 200-week moving average. So if you've been following my videos, you'll know that that is one of the easiest bullish confirmations that I'm looking for now. As long as we're below that, the risk to the downside to $10,000 to $14,000 is still very much there. So we need to at minimum reclaim this 200-week moving average, so 23,500. We need to get back above there with the weekly close before we can start considering more of a bullish scenario. Until that happens, like I said, the more times the price tests the support level, which is basically this 2017 all-time high level, you can see exactly how it's just sitting on that level, the more likely, in my opinion, it is basically just to test this support level somewhere between 10 and 14,000. And it is very possible that that happens soon, potentially maybe even this week. There's so much seemingly like support here, so much effort that looks to be put in to be able to hold this price at this level. Once it breaks, I think it goes pretty quick, and it could happen, you know, even this week, but maybe in the next weeks or in the next couple of months. That risk is still there until we reclaim this 200-week moving average. So just zooming out a little bit, I've shared this many times, it's still valid. It's a fair value gap or an imbalance on weekly. It is also the level over here that provided resistance in 2018, resistance here in 2019, in 2020 we finally broke up, and it's likely that we retest this, in my opinion, again, unless we reclaim this 200-week moving average. So potentially this week expect more downside, and maybe quite a bit. There is a lot of stuff happening on the economic calendar this week. There is a lot of uncertainty, a lot of fear. There's a lot of people speaking that could provide that downside volatility. And then just a quick look at Ethereum. You can see that also had a small red candle. It closed right on the 200-week moving average here in red. And basically breaking below that, we're probably going to retest these lows or go lower, or if we get a complete sell-off in the markets, which I still think is completely possible, then you can see this range over here, which has provided a lot of resistance support. I can pull it back a bit here. You can see a lot of resistance here, support, support, then resistance, 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 until we finally broke it. And if we do get a global market sell-off, there's a lot of risk in the global stock markets too for a potential sell-off. I shared that in detail in Saturday's video, so go and watch that if you haven't seen that yet. So if we do get some sort of major sell-off, I do think it's possible for Ethereum to go to these levels, which is somewhere between $300 and $500. Worst case, that is still on the table. In terms of a bullish scenario for Ethereum, I would want to see it at least reclaim these last highs over here. So 1800 at the minimum, and ideally we want to get back above these highs, so above 2000 for a more longer term bullish scenario. Until that happens though, you know, we are looking at a potential breakdown test of these lows, or potentially even as low as $300 to $500 on Ethereum. So this is a big week that is coming now. Like I said, a lot of economic data, a lot of people talking, a lot of fear and uncertainty, and we are very much on the edge of a major breakdown potentially. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens this week, and of course how the week is going to close this week and how the month is going to close, because that's going to be the end of the month of September, but also the end of the quarter, which ends, you know, at the end of September. So be sure also to subscribe to the channel, because on the 1st I'm going to be doing an update on the monthly close and the quarterly close, what that is going to reveal potentially for the rest of the year for Q4, what lies ahead there. We will know more once we get this monthly and quarterly candle close at the end of this month. So hopefully you enjoyed this update. If you did, smash the like button, be sure to subscribe and share it with your friends on social media. I would really appreciate it. Stay safe, don't over risk, only risk money that you can afford to lose, and I will see you in the next video.